My dad and I have been building and flying model airplanes like this since 1996. And so what I'm saying is I'm not new to the hobby, but there are always things in the hobby that are new to me. This particular airplane right here has all high-tech radio equipment in it, and that equipment is 13 years old, just like the airplane is 13 years old. I have to stand back here if you want to see the whole plane. Okay. Now, what I am new at is the fact that in servo technology, there are standard servos and there are digital servos and there's, slow servos, fast servos. You get the picture. And what I have in this airplane, based on recommendation by Hitec, is an ultra torque servo. In fact, they wanted me to put an ultra torque servos on all the surfaces. And I actually originally flew this airplane, or I should say my first model of this airplane, on all standard Hitec servos. And it did pretty good. In fact, that's not why that particular airplane crashed. It crashed because there was a battery connection failure. But that's not what this video is about. So what I ended up doing is I put deluxe servos on all the control surfaces except for the elevator. And the elevator I put on the ultra torque servo. And for some weird reason, it's the ultra torque servo who makes the most noise and growls the most, or I should say buzzes the most. And I've had it in this plane, I would say, for 4 years now. And I've noticed that this particular year that it seems to be growling more than it used to growl. Now, there is some differences about this airplane that's kind of interesting. And you come back here. I don't know if you can see that or not. Let's see here. See if I can zoom in on this here. Come on, focus. Anyways, back here they have a metal screw instead of a regular nylon servo horn. They have a metal screw. There, I think we're focusing. Got a metal screw back here, and my theory is that these metal screws can get wet out on my flying field, and maybe they rust a little bit or something and make it a little bit stiffer. So what I tried to do today is I tried to put some silicone spray on the screw, and I tried to here you can kind of see the screw maybe the way they have this done. So anyway, what I tried to do is put some silicone spray, and I tried to loosen it just a little bit. See if that helped. Another thing I tried to do is in here. Let's see, where is it at? That was not perfectly straight up and down. So I took that off and bent it straight. Try to relieve it a little bit there too, and I've tried it by hand. I can do this here. Put my hand in here and move this thing back and forth for you. But anyway, my point is that I know not to have control surfaces that bind. That's kind of my point. And as far as I can tell, I'm not binding. So I don't really know what its issue is. There is going to be some pressure on this servo because of their hookup. And this is the hookup, you know, that this particular airplane calls for. And what it does is it goes back here into a V. Well, I guess I won't. You've already seen that from the other angle. But it goes back here in a V, and that wire has to spread. So that will put a little bit of back pressure on that servo. But, yeah, I just, like I said, what I was trying to figure out, you know, whether I need to replace that servo. Because, like I said, I'm not somebody who uses a lot of ultra torque servos, so I don't have a lot of experience with them. And I noticed right away, you know, even when this servo is brand new, it's a more noisy servo than the other ones. And I try to listen to my servos and let them talk to me and tell me, you know, if there's something not quite perfect about them. And then if I have to change them, I will change them. But like I said, you take this airplane over here, 13 years old, basically has all the same servos in it. There was one time I swapped, I think it was the elevator servo with the rudder servo. And that was because it wasn't acting maybe quite what I thought it should be behaving. So, and the elevator is one of the most important things on an airplane. So I always try to put the best on the elevator. So anyways, that's basically all I got to say. I can go ahead and run the servo a little bit. I was not prepared to do this video. I'll go ahead and open up my transmitter here. Go ahead and start up the transmitter. And we'll come over here and we'll start up the airplane. And we'll go ahead and we'll tape it from here. Hear that? That's when it's supposed to be a neutral. I'm gonna quit. Now it actually seems to have power pretty good. I mean, if I grab a hold of this, you know, I can't turn it by hand. I mean, it's definitely got some power still. Quiet that one down. I'll come back here. I mean, I can lift up the tail here. Some of the lubrication I did might have helped it some. It's been sitting out here for a while. By the way, I can make this thing throw it a lot further than that. We'll go ahead and give it a full throw here. There, now we're getting full throw. Well, that's it. I want to record.